Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, this selfie cam thing. Anyway, hey, I had a student that graduated a long time ago. Awesome student. When you teach for 10 years, you get a lot of great, excellent students, kick some trash out in industry. And this student contacted me and said, hey, I'm looking at changing jobs, and I want your advice on which job I should take. So that's what this question and answer session's about.
Trying to decide between two kind of companies to work for. One is a very, a lot of hard engineering problems, high scale, very fast, services. And then the other is more of a relaxed company. I'm going to be jack of all trades. I'm going to be doing a lot of everything. And I'm trying to figure out what would best, your thoughts on what would be best for, my future.
Now, you currently
career
work
growth,
for
I guess.
a really big, awesome company that we're not going to name, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
So, and how long have you worked for that company?
About a year.
Oh, a short time. So, and so why are you looking to move? Well, first of all, let's get to the root. What's the move about?
Well, at really big company, there's a lot of smart people, but there's a lot of processes. You're stuck doing one specific thing. And like, I've worked on the same piece and I've seen the same code for probably a year. And it's like, yeah, I make it faster. Yeah, I add more features. I have to make it work in every country on the planet. There's all these like cool little edge cases you never think of at like a small company, but
You're bored. Are you bored?
Bored. I'm bored.
You can't move around within that company, or you just want to move out?
I'm pretty much stuck to this for a while now. There could be some possible, you know, places to move. I've asked a few times. I got moved for a bit, and then once things caught on fire where I used to be, then I got pulled back, and it kind of seems,
So
because I have asked. I've like, hey, be nice to get out of this, and I've done that every couple months. I get out for like a week, and then, once money matters, then it's back to where I need to be.
So let me tell you something about you. You know that I think you're smart. You know I think you're awesome. All that stuff. You're real nice. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. When you would interact with me back at the school, I could kind of tell you to do whatever, and you just go along with it. So part of me thinks, maybe you need to get a little bit of a spine. Not a jerk, but just, look, guys, I want to do this, and I know you're stuck on that, and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, that's your old job. Let's talk about the two opportunities. So one of the opportunities is going to push you hard, large scale, all the cool stuff that I'm into. The other one, jack of all trades, probably not as challenging. It doesn't sound as challenging. Is that correct?
Yeah, the problems are going to be pretty, I would say, standard, but I own the whole process, the whole software development lifecycle from beginning to end. I'm going to be doing, everything.
You don't sound excited about this.
No, actually, I am really excited about it. The problems, I'm not, but like the person, basically, the person I'm interviewed with. He's the sole guy. He's going away. He's going to Riot Games, actually.
Oh, awesome.
But he's been there for like 4 years, and they're using every technology on the planet. You can pick whatever you want. You're the man. So you can, it's actually really exciting. Maybe I just don't appear excited, but
what's the hesitation?
Like it's really just it's deciding between, like, I feel like if I go to the high scale, fast problems company, I may be in a similar situation that I'm in now, right? I work on the same API for a year, and like, I might lose my mind. I don't know that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being lazy, or like, I like the whole reason. I like changing things up. Every.
I'm laughing because I'm the same way. The reason. Just a little backstory. The reason I'm at the company I'm at now, I've known the guy that pulled me into the company for 10 years. and he has tried to pull me into various jobs and whatnot. And I was like, I need to change a lot. I need to switch up. I need variety in my day. And anyway, so he found a job for me. And blah, 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 blah. So in your original Facebook message to me, you mentioned that the problems are pretty canned. You didn't sound very excited about. Let me just rephrase this. High skill, high availability. You're afraid you're going to get stuck in the rut, or go to this new company or a little bit more hip, a little bit more dynamic, a little more changing. But the problems are not as challenging, as dynamic. They're pretty standard things that you're going to be doing. Is that a fair summary?
Well, it's a fair summary, but I would say one thing. I mean, and this does not excite, I would say, people maybe like you that are high scale, high everything. Like it's going to be. I'm going to have to push myself on the more creative side of things, the front end. Really nice design. It's a what do you call that? Like in advertising, like they do rebranding. So they like will go to a company and they'll completely change how everything they use all the new, UX stuff. So it's going to be a little bit more design oriented and that kind of stuff. But the back ends are going to be pretty, it's you load stuff from the database, middle tier, but I'll be forced to do more front end stuff, which of course I'm kind of terrible at. And so, but I think that challenge itself would be kind of exciting because I've always wanted to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more artistic. So from that, from an engineering standpoint, the problems are boring, but from a creative side and from an ownership, like I'm the boss. And then there's also the opportunity. They're trying to build this team. So I've only been out for 3 years and I could possibly become a team lead. I could end up, interviewing people and hiring people in a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a different thing, than it's not engineering specifically, but there's a lot of other.
So tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you want to do.
I like the company, the first company, the design, the branding company. They just because I feel like at the other company, I would be, doing the service, high scale, all this, but there's like a hierarchy way above me. And in this other company, I kind of get to jump that. And I think it would give me more, I'm going to have skills in every area, if I do this for a while, not just services, but I'm going to have front end, I'm going to have back end, I'm going to have just work interacting with people that don't know anything about tech. There's a lot of soft skills development, I think, that could be had there. So
well,
I feel I'm definitely, yeah.
Just listening to you, what do you think I'm going to say?
What? I just wanted your thoughts. I don't know. That's a random message.
Yeah. No, it's good. I appreciate it. I love it when you guys reach out to me, especially after graduation. But let me tell you what I'm hearing. You're the first. I can't remember which option. The big option, the high skill, all that. You're just talking about it. And when you talk about it, you talk in fear. And then this other job where, okay, maybe standard problems, but you're going to grow in ways that you're excited about. The team lead things, maybe get some experience on the front end, even though, front end, maybe you have that talent, maybe you don't. But, hey, you'll at least get some experience there. Throw it on your resume. Sounds like you got some big growth there. What do you think I'm going to say?
I assume you're going to go along with what I'm thinking because I'm not going to want to work at a place where I'm like already feeling weird about. No, I get it. I just I don't even know why I asked. But
no, I don't want to make you feel stupid. But let me tell you a sad story. I was teaching and I was loving it. Every day I got to go to work. The paycheck just came. You need money and for food and housing, but that wasn't the fun part. The fun part was waking up and going to work every day, and I was really excited, but there was a little piece of me that wanted money. And so I decided, I'm gonna start interviewing. And sure enough, I had a company, they offered me, I think it was like $20,000 more than I was currently making. And I just saw dollar signs. I was like, woohoo! But I did all my research of the team ahead of time. I interviewed the team members. I interacted with the team members, and, good guys, but the passion was not there. And I knew I would probably not be happy working there. But I was stupid, and I saw the dollar signs, and I took the job. And then the only time I was happy, well, not the only time. I mean, it was an enjoyable. The enjoyable part of the job for me, I was learning, I was growing, but it was slow, and it wasn't really innovative, wasn't passionate. People didn't get excited to be there. And for every 2 weeks, I got to look at my bank account and be like, oh, yeah, woohoo, I got this great job. And I was just like, ugh. So then when the school called me back after a year and said, Jamie, do you want to come back? I was like, I'll work for $1 an hour. I don't care. I just want to get me back to what I love and the passion and that kind of thing. So just from what I hear in your voice, the high scale, high availability, yeah, that's going to push your mind technically, but you don't get excited about that. I can tell you're not getting excited about that. And it sounds like you're almost talking to me because you want an excuse to take the latter job. I mean, pay wise is it the same? Compensation, benefits, all that is it comparable?
Yeah, actually, and the brand company might be a little bit more just because I'm owning the whole thing. And so I am way more excited about it, but it was just, I wanted an anecdote. Like, tell me what you thought, because that's exactly what I mean. Because let me tell you, the real predicament is I have yet to find a company to work for that I'm like just stoked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stoked for like 3 months, and then like I lose hope, and then like, but and that's probably a personal problem, but I'm searching for that unicorn, and I have yet to hit it. And
you sound entrepreneurial. Is that how you say that word, entrepreneurial?
Sounds pretty close.
Well, that's kind of the fun part of a startup, though. Is okay, yeah, they're scary. You can lose your job, but we're in a field where you can get a new job tomorrow. It's not a big deal. So if you can have an impact early on this company and lead out and make a difference, that's extremely satisfying for me. That was one thing that was fun for me at Newmont was, yeah, the school was small, but I could, hey, we should do this really cool thing. Oh yeah, Jamie, go do it. And I could do it, make an impact, and it impacted the students. And yeah, that was great. That was awesome. And okay, what else could we do? Oh, let's try this. And we get these balls rolling, and it was just fun. So
yeah.
I don't want to say, hey, go with the company you're passionate about, and then it flops and you blame me. But I do like to be a little bit of a sounding board and say, hey, it's obvious you're excited about this, but you're not excited about that. One other little story. My brother-in-law, he wanted to be an eye doctor, but every time he talked to me, he's always talking about cars, fixing cars, repairing cars, blah, 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 blah. He never, ever, ever talked to me about eyes or medical things. Never, ever. And finally one day I asked him, I said, why do you want to be an eye doctor? Oh, money. I'm like, you never, ever talk about it. You always talk about cars. So I had to talk with him, and guess what? Now he has his own shop. So go figure.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, thanks for just talking. I hope I just, I didn't want to stagnate my career by taking this company where I'm probably not going to do a lot of crazy stuff, but it also seems like it's exciting just to run it, and own it myself.
Well,
I think that's
one thing to think about. You're way young. I'm gonna guess 24, 5. How old are you?
Yeah.
You're 25. Yeah.
25.
You got tons of time. Say this thing doesn't work out. Well, jump. Go find another one. Come work at my company. We will hire you in a heartbeat. Something to
well,
keep.
Maybe I'll...
Yeah. If you ever, I tell you what, I would send you to the front of the hiring line anytime at my company if you want to, if that ever interested you. But you got some opportunities. Check them out now. I will tell you on a little personal note, you're one of my rock stars. So anytime you need a little bit of a sounding board, you bug me. Okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks. I mean, I think I'm doing my due diligence. I've interviewed at like 6 places. I've said no to 3, and I'm just I feel like I'm not jumping into this, too crazily fast. But I'm losing my mind, Jamie. I mean, it's only a year, but that year is a long time.
Oh, it kills your soul. I understand it. It sucks the life out of you. You're in prison at your job, and no, you're too young. There's too many opportunities in this software engineering field for you to be wasting your time. So,
awesome.
Pick the route that gets you excited and go and take a risk.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time, Jamie.